Now, let's start with the growing rebellion over the government's planned welfare changes. The Prime Minister has vowed to press ahead as more than 120 Labour MPs have signed up to an effort to block plans to cut disability and sickness-related payments. This is what Sir Keir Starmer had to say yesterday. Have a listen.
It is really important that we reform the welfare system. It's not working, and it leaves people trapped. The Labour argument is for reform, to make it work, to make sure we've got a welfare system fit for the future. And that is the whole purpose of these reforms, and it's why we need to see them through.
Now, the front page of The Telegraph says that Tory leader Kemi Badenoch could help Starmer pass these reforms, but only on certain conditions. Here's Kemi Badenoch setting out her offer to Keir Starmer. Have a listen to her.
If Keir Starmer can make a commitment at the dispatch box that meets our three conditions, then we will support him. And those three conditions are to reduce the welfare budget, to actually get people into work, two things that the bill currently doesn't do, and no tax rises. Those are three very important principles, those conditions, that will allow us to support him in this very difficult situation which he's found himself in.
Carol, what do you make of this? I mean, it could be...
I'm just checking, checking what the benefits bill is. That's what I was checking.
Well, that's a happy start. But the point is this, that it looks like, just to be clear so our viewers understand, we've got Labour rebellion.
Yeah.
It means that he's not going to be able to pass these reforms to this benefit cut, which, of course, affects the people who really most need it. That's why they've rebelled in the first place. But here's the Conservative Party saying, we'll support you as long as there's no tax rises and, most importantly, as long as you keep overall welfare spending down. Make that promise and the Conservative Party will save you. What a moment.
I admire Kemi Badenoch's faith in the fact that Starmer would keep his word on those promises, because of course he won't. He hasn't kept his word on anything else. But it is astonishing that when Labour have the majority they have in Parliament, the Tories, which are a finished party now, a smashed party, are the only people that can help them. It amazes me that these 125 MPs or whatever who are rebelling, who do they think is going to pay for all this? You know, this Labour government wants to smack the rich, smack the middle classes and support the poor. But who do they think is going to pay for this massive benefits bill? It's 300 billion now, 296 billion for 23-24. It's going to go up by another 8 billion next year, even if Starmer manages to make these cuts. So, who's going to pay for all this? It's a ridiculous amount of money. We have millions of people in this country not working, who are able to work, who should be working, and we're paying them benefits, and we shouldn't be. Benefits are supposed to be for a small period of time to help people back on their feet. It's not supposed to be a lifestyle.
Just to be clear, here's what she says. She says, she will only help the Labour Party if he's committed to bringing down the welfare bill overall. Now, just to be clear, that this payment, the one that's being cut, affects people who need it most. And often they're on the cusp, aren't they?
For me, this is a sad day because there should be cross-party consensus in, say, a wartime footing. But in this is totally validating the idea that Labour are Tory light. When Kemi Badenoch is agreeing with what a Labour Party is doing, something is going majorly wrong in my eyes.
Well, do you think she means it, or do you think she's just setting a trap for him? She knows that he's not going to come to the dispatch box and say, yeah, don't worry, no tax rises as a Labour Prime Minister.
That's exactly
and don't you worry, we're not going to raise overall spending on welfare. So he won't do it and he'll lose his bill.
That's exactly what... This is humiliating for Starmer in the fact that he has to rely on the Tories, which he has said repeatedly in Parliament as a smashed party, a finished party. It's incredible that he has to rely on them. So he can, but Starmer makes promises every day of the week. He's making them in the NATO summit right now, which we've talked about. But he makes promises all the time, but he never keeps them. So he can say all of this and it won't happen. But for Kemi, this will be a hand-rubbing time for her in the sense that she's made him look very foolish.
Well, Rizzy, why do you say it's a sad day? There'll be people out there watching this going, it's right. There are the people who are, the benefit system is not a limitless pot of money.
Yeah, by its nature. I mean, Carol said, Labour are smashing middle class, smashing the rich. I wish that were the case.
Well,
for me, they really aren't, are they? I mean,
yes, they are.
Ask disabled people and ask pensioners what they think about that. I'm sure they'd beg to differ.
Look what they're doing to businesses, Radzi. Look what they're doing to business. Look how many jobs have been lost because of the way they've hit people who own businesses. And the result of that is that the poorer people suffer because people are losing their jobs because of it.
Radzi, what's the point of the Labour rebels? Why do you think they don't support it? People should understand that,
Well, for me, what's the point of the Labour Party? And it's meant to be a party of the working people. It comes through it comes through protest. And what this is happening here is it's not supporting the right people. And Kemi Badenoch, to me, is so far to the right. The fact that it's even a plausible conversation is why, genuinely, to me, this is so sad.
Well, we
Right, do
watch
you
this
think
space, but Colin Carroll.
I'm just going to say, Raz, do you think it's right that we have 9 million people in this country who are able to work and are not working, and many of those people are on benefits? Do you think that's right?
I guess define able to work.
And that's,
Well,
of course,
exactly that. Able to work.
By who?
Who choose not to work.
But defined by who and by what?
I don't know what you mean.
Well,
if you're
because
able to work, you're able to work.
Well, because there are going to be people at home, for example, who might be categorised as able, but we don't necessarily know what they're going through.
Well, that means any one of our 70 million population could say they're not able to work. No, but some of us want to work. I want to work, but thankfully I've had a life and an environment which has been conducive to me feeling like I am able to work.
Well, one of the challenges, of course, is the extent to which you might be signed off because you're not able to work because of your health. And the issue there is getting access to a GP.